Welcome to the RYLACast, the official podcast of Camp RYLA, Rotary District 5810. My name is Greg Tupper. My co-host for the evening, although whenever you're listening to this podcast, I don't want to timestamp you, like, dear listener. If you want to listen to this during a daytime, like, my co-host for the period of time during which you are listening to this podcast, this is going great. He's a man there called Josey, Andrew Utz.
Well, thank you, Greg. Or hello, Greg. I can't remember. It's been okay, but as you were introducing me, I'm just going to keep fumbling. I am the co-host at the time this is recording, and I am also the co-host at the time folks are listening to it.
Yeah, you're Schrodinger's co-host. You know,
yes.
That's a reference for all the smart philosophers in the
philosophizers.
There. Hello everybody. We do thank you for spending a little bit of your day with us. This is a very special episode of the RYLACast. Is it special because we're doing one? Yes. Also, it's special because Josey, we're not alone. Normally it's just you and I reading articles off the internet to one another. But instead, we have two very special guests joining us. Joining us from a home of some kind. I did not get any sort of clarity on that. It is our friend and the RYLACast's own, making a return appearance, Rishi Choudhary. Hi, Rishi.
Hi, Tep. Hi, Josey.
You doing good?
Hello.
I am good. Hello.
Where are you?
I'm in my home office, which is a bedroom in my parents' house.
I love that. I love that. And coming to us from, we're on Zoom, so I can tell you what it looks like, a lavish hotel room somewhere, I presume, with a beach. She's our friend and the RYLACast's own, making her return appearance, Liberty Sailor. Hi, Liberty.
Hello. How are you guys?
We're good. That is a luxurious hotel room.
You know, and this hotel room is unfortunately not by a beach. It's in good old Paris, Texas.
Texas. Yes. Did they clean up from the Olympics?
Yeah, it's been a mess downtown, but you know what? They're doing their best.
Well, as they say in Paris, c'est la vie.
Lovey.
This is a very special episode of the RYLACast because we are closing in, friends, on a very important day. It is North Texas Giving Day. North Texas Giving Day is coming your way on September 19th, technically, although we'll get into what all of that means. And so I'll just throw it to one of you smart people. I know the answer to this, but this is theater of the mind here. Hey, Rishi and Liberty, what's North Texas Giving Day?
Rishi,
no,
do you
not
want to
all at
answer?
once. No, it's great. This is great.
It's so hard with two of us. Rishi, you want to go?
No. Yes.
Step out of your comfort zone, Rishi.
North Texas Giving Day it's just a time of the year where we raise donations for our beloved Camp RYLA. So this usually pays for stuff like this year we're doing storage, sound equipment, other things, usually like transportation, stuff like that, basically just more logistic stuff. But it's a huge month of giving and raising money for our great program. I don't know if that answered the question.
That sounds pretty good.
It extends all across North Texas with the community. It's hosted by the Communities Foundation of North Texas. And so they allow us to participate every year. So this is fun.
Yeah, and so I know that, throughout the course of the year, of course, you can always donate to the RYLA 5810 Foundation. If you go to ryla5810.org, they will accept your donations year-round. However, I do know that there's a particular span of time starting September 1, but leading up till Texas Giving Day on September 19th to get it. And you guys talked a little bit about what this money like will go to. Can you talk a little bit more about like the why behind it? Because I think people are like, well, I like RYLA, cool deal, big fan, but like, where is my dollar going to go as far as helping make this program bigger and better?
So, most importantly, the money that we get from North Texas Giving Day is going to support the big ol' RYLA Foundation. So that's not just Camp RYLA. It also includes things like Day 7, so our 7th day of camp that brings all the campers in. We have a full day of activities, it brings facilitators, food, snacks, all that stuff. It also supports things like Winter Summit, which is a program for college age kids to also continue their leadership programming. So things like that, along with the supplies and camp itself, because, we always need funding for camp, and just other things that we might want to do in the future.
And it's important to give back, especially as alumni, to sort of pay it forward in a way. And that's what we really do believe at camp, is to sort of take care of the people who come after you. So donating even something is like $5, if that's what you can do, that's great. If like you can do more, even better. But donating, any amount of money helps continue this program that helped you become the person you are, and helps, hundreds and thousands of people, become the great leaders of tomorrow.
And even if it's not financially, there are so many ways to continue to support RYLA, whether it be throughout the year or just simply for North Texas Giving Day, maybe sharing our posts or sharing a whole bunch of things that other people are posting just so we can get the word out there, or sharing it with your work and maybe doing like a match program, things like that. That can be really helpful when we're raising money for North Texas Giving Day.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from both of you is money is good. If you're not in a position to donate money, even as little as single digit dollars, we will certainly take multi-digit dollars. Sharing, yes.
Don't let us limit your digits.
Sharing posts. Sharing is caring. Where can people listening to this podcast find things to share online? Where can they go for our content?
Rishi, you can go ahead.
Well, just to find any information, definitely follow Camp RYLA 50 at RYLA 5810 on Instagram. Also follow us on Facebook. In our link tree in our bio, we'll have all of our donation links. So definitely check that out to see where you can donate.
Perfect. And then I guess a follow-up, thank you for that, is you mentioned storage and sound equipment. I think we as a program have done a really good job at showcasing through various social media channels and things the goings on of camp, but things like trailers, the new tires that got on the trailers, the storage unit that was blown away with the heavy winds in June, the sound equipment that, if you're listening to this podcast and you're thinking, hey, last year you were fundraising also for some sound equipment and some trailer stuff, you would be
remember
correct. That. Yes. And with the money received last year, we were able to get a totally new speaker set for calisthenics. That was a trial run of, are the speakers that are produced now better than the ones we had? That's a resounding yes. So now we're going to be upgrading our microphone systems as well.
Now I have a question for you, Josey, as somebody who does a lot of the heavy lifting, both figuratively and literally at camp when it comes to those speakers. Can you compare and contrast the weight of the speakers that we had before North Texas Giving Day 2023 and the speakers we have now post North Texas Giving Day?
Yes, I do want to shout out the crew that they've done a lot of the literal heavy lifting, and the number of groans heard from those folks lifting this year's speakers from last year's speaker. It's night and day difference.
It's down like 98%. Like the grown meter is down like 98%.
The grown meter's down 98%.
Wow.
I think one person can carry 2 speakers now versus the 2 people to 1 speaker ratio we were operating with last year.
I'm doing some math, and that is turns out that's good. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I just did that math. Okay, so it's northtexasgivingday.org is where you can check it out. And by the way, we don't want to be selfish here. Certainly, we want you to donate to RYLA 5810 Foundation on North Texas Giving Day and throughout the course of September. But also go to northtexasgivingday.org, and if you have the means and there's another awesome organization you want to give to, by all means, go and do that. Okay, now, Liberty, I understand that you're coming to us from your fancy hotel. I understand that you have some content for us. Is this true?
I do. So a fun new thing that Rishi and I have discussed doing for this year's North Texas Giving Day is we are going to do a charity live stream event, and that's going to be on September 8th at 6 p.m. It's only going to be an hour long. I mean, it could go longer if we're all feeling excited about it, but an hour long. We are just going to go on there, have some fun. We have a couple of different ideas of what we're going to do. I don't want to like spoil what's actually going to happen during the live stream because I want you guys to join, but most of it is just going to be like silly, goofy shenanigans that we get up to. One of the big things I will tell you is that during this live stream, you have an opportunity to give. We'll have a tier, not like a tier list, but like here's a donation block thing. So if you donate $1, maybe you get like a little shout out, or if you donate $5, someone on the live stream has to do like 20 jumping jacks or something like that. Just like silly things. That's not exactly what it's going to be, but it's going to be dollar donations, and beside it, silly, goofy things that you can donate to see maybe some of your favorite people, just like doing goofy things, maybe not wanting to do certain things and then having to do it anyway at the end of the live stream, stuff like that. But that will be up during the giving, and we'll do like probably like Venmo so we can keep up with it throughout the live stream. But that's
Sunday, September 8th. I want to make sure we target that, right?
Yes, Sunday, okay. September 8th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So we'll send out all the links and stuff on Instagram, so make sure you're looking at that. Facebook, if you're signed up for the email, that's also important. We will be sending out all the links to the live stream content through those platforms. So stay tuned. And if you're not on the Slack, join the RYLA Slack for our alumni. So all that stuff will be available to you. So just kind of to tease the live stream a little bit, we're going to do fun things, right? We might talk about like camp things, like unhinged camp stories, or we might have some special guests on there, things like that. We're going to play a little game, and I want you guys to participate with me.
Okay. Are you noticing a shift in tone here, Josey? I'm noticing a shift in tone here.
I swear it's a chill game. It's all for funsies.
Right. Chill and for funsies, Tepper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay.
No stress at all.
Okay. Why am I so tense then?
I'm trying to be convincing right now, but it's really not working.
No. And Rishi keeps watching me.
I'm not watching you.
So, okay, this game, this won't be on the live stream, but maybe something similar to it would be on it. So something to look forward to. It's kind of going to be you can say your commentary about your answers as we go along. But for this game, we are going to be ranking RYLA traditions, or like fun RYLA things that happen at camp. So they're kind of geared towards everyone, but I want you each to have separate lists. So it's going to be 1 through 10. You're going
1 through 10. Jeez, I didn't realize I was going to
go 10
and paper.
I'm also going to be writing this down, so you guys don't have to worry about it. I mean, you can write it down if you want. It's nothing crazy. So 1 through 10, you will rank something. I'll say what it is. You'll rank it in whichever order. But caveat,
so time out. Is this ranking it blind?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I will tell you what it is, but you have to. What do you mean by blind?
I
That's
mean, like, I don't know what's coming next.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the caveat. You
Oh, God. I hate this.
once that spot is taken, you cannot reuse that spot and you cannot change it. Okay.
Okay. So there's 10 spots. I just wrote down 1 through 10 on a piece of paper, and you're going to read things to us rather, and we have to rank them blindly, not knowing what's coming next.
Exactly.
Thanks. I hate it. Okay.
And feel free to explain your answers as we go. You also don't have to if you feel really confident about your answer. But
okay.
Are we all ready? Are we ready for
I'm
the
happy
first
to
one?
talk.
Okay.
Yeah, not ready, but this is a timed event, so I think we have to be.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay, so number 1. Susie and Sammy. Where do you rank that?
I'm gonna put Susie and Sammy at 8.
Oh, 8, 10, 10 being good.
Well, I thought
1 being the best,
1
10
being the best. Yeah. I'm putting Susie and Sammy at 8. First of all, I think there's a lot of things that are coming down the pike here in the next few minutes that I'm gonna want to rank ahead of Susie and Sammy. Secondly, and this is true, never had Susie and Sammy.
Look at that. And go ahead, Rishi.
No, you can go.
I was going to say that's a solid thing to throw out because of the staph infection implications and the likelihood of a camper next year listening to this specific podcast and targeting you is pretty low.
I would agree. So I'm going to say 8 for me.
Okay.
I put it at number 6 because I love the song. And I too never had Susie and Sammy until this year, until I think told somebody in my committee, and she like finally gave it to me. I was really happy. I was gonna do a staph infection.
The
fun.
the song is elite though. That's true. I want that noted for the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it, Rishi.
No, you go. I was gonna say, do I have it the highest at number 6?
Let's find out.
I'm going with a number 9.
Oh, okay.
It may be a generational thing. Like I don't want to go all the way at the bottom because I have a feeling maybe there's something I want to rank lower. Susie and Sammy is great. I do want to be clear that 1 through 10, 10 being the lowest, and I think everybody would be in agreement. Like all of this is still a number 1 in the global sense of rankings and ratings.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. Yeah. Susie and Sammy is better than anything else in my day-to-day life.
Right.
But by RYLA standards, it's pretty good.
I do want to tease for those listening. I'm sure everyone here knows. We do have an international Susie and Sammy outside of the confines of camp that travels the world or the country. Shoot a note to info.ryla5810@gmail.com if you have an upcoming trip anywhere. And it could just be maybe you're going to Paris, Texas, for example.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
maybe in Paris,
who knows?
Texas.
Yeah.
All right. What's next, Liberty?
Okay. So Rishi, you can still answer this because it's a want, but getting your own golf cart with your picture on it.
I mean, Josey, if you want to tell me where you've got yours.
I mean, if I'm just doing shooting from the hip, rapid fire, I'm gonna put this up as a 3. It goes straight to the head in terms of ego.
I'm showing you the piece of paper.
Oh my gosh!
Number 3, it's so good. It's so good. And let me tell you something: the amount of unearned power that you feel when you have that. Like I've never felt less qualified to do something than to have that, and yet it was really, really great. So I would put it at 3.
I put it at number 10 with a smile, with a sad face.
You know what, buddy? I hope you get that thrill one day.
But Meg Jones, shout out Meg Jones, did teach me how to drive a golf cart. So, and it's just like driving a car.
Correct. So. Yes. Can you confirm? All right. What's next, Bibberty?
Okay. This one, The visit from our RYLA grannies, Greta and Gertrude.
Okay. I have them at number 4. I love Greta and Gertrude. I'm a sucker for them. They are among my very favorite people. And every time I see them, I get like unnaturally like happy. I just love that they always have like hard candy. And they're always in such a great mood. I'm gonna go. They've changed recently, which was odd. I've noticed that. But it feels like they started shaving recently. But in any case, I got them at number 4.
Nice. I heard they went to the salon.
I think that's it. That
They
must
went
be
on
it.
like a salon trip. It was
Mhm.
like so unexpected.
Josie, what about you?
I think I'm gonna go 7. I don't have. I know. I'm. Maybe I'm just never around for the visit, or not for a long period of time. I feel like I'm justifying my 7 because
Yeah,
Tepper
you're a hater.
had him
It's
so
fine.
high. I'm a lover. But I'm leaving some room.
I got your back, ladies.
We love them. And you know what? As long as we love them, Josie can be.
I love
hater.
them too. I just love them at a 7.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. Rishi, what about you?
I put him at number 9.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell
you know
them.
what? You know what? I didn't get the candy I wanted, and that made me really upset.
Liberty, I hope you do tell them and tell them who does have their back.
Yeah, I'm
Tell
gonna tell them.
them-
I have them on speed dial. Like I literally can
Thank
call
you.
them right now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. What's next?
Okay, so this is kind of for Josie and Greg, but also Rishi, since you're on staff, you can also kind of relate. But this is specifically dealing with camp stuff. Tepper, the bathroom, and Josie, the tech stuff, and Rishi, you could do newspaper because that was your big thing last year.
I mean, that's why I keep a number 10 spot open. There you go.
I liked newspaper. It was fun. I'm gonna go with,
Going with what for
I'm going
newspaper?
with 5.
Okay.
5?
I like newspaper. I don't like bathrooms.
I'm gonna go with a 4 for the tech stuff because again, it up there with the golf cart. It's like power hungry a little bit until a microphone goes out. And I'm gonna, now I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
Since we're in the confines of the 4 of us.
I'm right back up.
Sometimes it's the speaker's fault when the microphone goes out and they look at us back in the tech group and they're like, hey, this isn't working. It's like, if you just hold it closer to your mouth, that's all you got to do.
All right. I'm feeling a little targeted here. I want to point out for the record, I have never, ever blamed you or DJ Cuts for technical issues.
No one on staff is guilty of this. I'll say that. I'll say that.
I'm so glad that we're the only ones that will ever be able to hear that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What's next, Liberty? Let's move on before they cancel our show.
Early morning calisthenics. What's that grimace for?
I'm gonna go 5. 5.
5?
Not
That's
too
exactly
bad.
where I have it too.
Not too bad. Not too great. I mean, it's to get up and moving is great.
I got to be honest, as somebody who's been to a lot of 6 a.m. staff meetings, 7 a.m. calisthenics feels like no big deal. You know what I mean? Or like 6:45 is that when we do it? Like whatever it is. Like I don't know. Like I've already had a cup and a half of coffee. Like we're rocking and rolling, and like you get our incredible team up there doing the calisthenics. It gets me fired up. Yeah, I've got it at 5. I wish it would be maybe an hour later, but that's nobody's fault. I'm gonna go with 5.
Okay. So 2 5s.
I put it at 8 simply because I didn't do it this year because Mason, Angel, and I were always printing the newspaper.
Listen out.
Okay, moving on.
I love the dressing up though. I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What's next, Liberty?
Okay. Campfire, but specifically, actually, no, I'm not gonna say specifically. It can be anything about campfire. What do you rank that at?
Okay. That's number 2 for me. I love campfire. I think it's great. I think it's the perfect way to include the camp. And I think that this past year, and we talked about this on the last episode, Josie, even when the campfire was indoors this year, it still hit in like such a meaningful and substantive way that like that was proof to me that like, oh yeah, that's worthy of being a number 2. So I'm gonna go with number 2.
Yes. I'm going to rocket it up to that number 1 spot.
Whoa.
Number 1. We're halfway through if my counting is correct. And I'm honestly a little scared about what's coming down the pike.
Yeah.
And also campfire is, if we talk like build, how can we make camp every day of camp the best day of camp? Campfire is a clear number 1 for me.
Yeah, I toyed with it at 1, but I want to leave room for. I do think there's one more thing coming that I think is going to be there. So
Who knows? Rishi?
I put it at number 3. Classic tradition.
it's all on our podiums. It's got a gold, silver, and bronze because you're in Paris. What is next?
Okay. So this one's also kind of more targeted to Tep and Josie. But okay, so giving a keynote facilitation or leading a facilitation group. Like things like that. How do you feel about that?
Good thing Tepper has his number 1 spot open.
Hey, you never know what's coming next, okay?
Can I tell you? I have it at 9.
9.
9.
I want to be clear. I love doing it. It's an honor, really and truly. And also, it is about the thing that I'm the most nervous about all year long. And so that is something that I think about a lot, and I am I'm very nervous about all year long, and I want it to go right. I like doing it. And also when it's done, that's when it feels like the start of camp for me. It's like, oh, great. I've gotten that terrifying thing out of the way. So I'm putting it at 9 because I have stage fright.
I have it at number 8 for similar reasons. I'm very, very, I love doing it. Very thankful that Becca has, Becca says it's a team thing. I am gracious that she carves out some time for me to do it with her. But for the same reasons, like it feels like the margin for error is so slim for that, whatever it is, 30, 45 minutes to an hour. I don't want to be the reason outside of the tech, if a microphone goes down, that's what everybody remembers at camp. I don't want to be anybody's reason why they don't get the most out of camp for that facilitation.
There's a lot of pressure that goes onto it.
Rishi?
Number 1, here comes.
My facilitation this year was really great. Had the audience in tears.
Newspaper's a facilitation.
I guess so. I put number 7, but I justify it in that I love listening. Every year I love hearing it, all over again. And I always think it's really fun.
Right.
I also like really helping out with it, like collecting papers or like writing stuff down. I don't know.
All right. So what spots? We got 3 left by my count. What spots do you guys have open?
I have 1, 2, and 4.
Ooh, you got a lot. You got a lot of heavy hitters up. I've got 1, 6, and 7, which makes me very tense.
Yeah, I've got 2, 6, and 10. So I feel like I'm okay.
No. You've set yourself up well. Set yourself up well. All right. What's next, Liberty?
Okay. Period. RYLA Dan. How do we feel about RYLA Dan and RYLA Jan? What do they
love RYLA Jan? 6 for me. Right in the middle. I like RYLA Dan a lot. I feel like RYLA Dan's social media presence is really like the game has been changed recently. And also, is he getting faster?
Absolutely.
Yes. He's like the $6 million man.
I noticed that recently. I was like, he is moving.
He definitely had to like run from campers
for sure.
Year. So he definitely was working on his sprints.
All right, what do you got, Josie?
Campers are getting bolder for sure too to try to catch them. I've got Ryla Dan at 6 as well. Great Dan and Jan, don't want to great assets to camp and agree the social media presence and the lore. Over the last 10 to 15 years, I feel like we've seen more and more of Dan and Jan.
Yeah, the Dan and Jan canon is very strong. The RYLA Danon, if you will.
Yeah.
That was good.
Rishi, thank you.
Solid number 4. Points for the Let It Go dance where the Ryla Jane fell off. It was great.
All right.
Okay.
What is the penultimate entry?
Last 2, okay? Getting to be with all your friends and getting to hang out with everyone at RYLA that you miss.
Yeah, number 1. That's why you keep number 1 open, folks. Playing the game the way it's supposed to be. I really hope she doesn't say like your wife and kids for the next one, because then I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I got the fellowship at number 1.
Yeah, my options are 2 or 10. So I'm gonna.
Oh, I dare you.
I'm gonna go ahead and. I really hope Dana isn't the next one. Yeah, fellowship is going to be number 2. Yeah. Number 2 for me as well, on the podium for sure.
Rishi?
I put number 1.
All right.
Solid
now this is the most fearsome entry, the last one.
Last one. Dana was a good option, but it's not that. I was just going to try and make you guys feel a little bad. But giving to the North Texas Giving Day to support the RYLA Foundation.
I love this. I have it at number 7, which is great. I have it at number 7 because it's just slotted just below RYLA. Watch, I'm gonna spin my way out of this. It's just below Susie and Sam, or RYLA Dan, just ahead of Susie and Sammy. But here's the thing: all 3 of those things, RYLA Dan, North Texas Giving Day, and Susie and Sammy, you got to be on the move. You got to be active. You got to make sure that you're active. That's the active little spot in the rankings, and that is what I said, Your Honor.
I'm gonna let Rishi go here.
Oh. Well,
oh no,
Tucker,
Josey.
Your list was cool. It's all right, but as we can see, I can't read backwards. Everything, friendship and fellowship, happens because of North Texas Giving Day.
Oh, see, that's pretty good. That's well done. And so, Josey, what was the spot you had open on your list?
So the spot I have open, and just I'm going to tell you the spot, and then please allow me some leniency to explain. So.
I can mute you.
I have the 10th spot, and some may say the 10th and final, but what number comes after 10? 11. What number comes before 1? 0. So I have North Texas Giving Day as kind of a jumping off point at number 10 for me to expand. Think of it as like day 6 of camp. You've got a lot of time between day 6 and day 7. So yes, it's number 10 on the paper, but it's really number 1 in our hearts.
One might say it's a perfect 10. And for me, it's lucky number 7, because we're going to be raising a lot of money for North Texas Giving Day coming up here starting September 1. But of course, North Texas Giving Day is September 19th, northtexasgivingday.org and RYLA5810.org. And remember, it is Sunday, September 8th, as he looked on the other piece of paper he had, for the charity live stream. And we're really excited about that. Liberty Sailors and Rishi Choudhary, guys, we appreciate your time. Thanks for doing this. And thanks for making us feel super uncomfortable for this list, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks for participating.
It's always my pleasure.
Come to the live stream to see more silly, goofy things like this. Thanks.
Yes. So if you want more of that, it's the charity live stream coming up here September 8th. Josey, I think that's going to do it for us, buddy.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Greg.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Please go to RYLA5810.org for all things Camp RYLA, Rotary District 5810. And then if you like this podcast, please rate, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell a friend. And here with an antiquated way to tell a friend about the RYLAcast is Josey.
Yes, thanks, Craig. Similar to making a list of your top 10 favorite things about camp, go ahead and get a piece of paper out and make a list of your top 10 things to learn from a leadership based podcast in the North Texas area, sponsored by Rotary District 5810.
Doing great.
And then I'd be hard pressed to see if after making that list, it didn't amount to listen to the RYLAcast, and then go ahead and fold that piece of paper up and hand it to a friend, maybe in one of those little highlighter things like you used to do in school to pass notes. So I've heard.
Yeah, no, that's great. Josey, thanks for your courage.
Thanks, Craig.
Talk to you next time on the RYLAcast.